bounce this video off last week's video, and it's this right here, is that being a team player. Last week we talked about, customer service, looking at our job that way, not just as a custodian or a cleaner, but we're also providing a customer service. We also, talk about team players, and I kind of want to hit a couple of different things with this topic right here, and that is this right here, is that, I had a guy made a comment, or actually made a video on the Facebook group page, and I almost took it down because he dropped the bomb in there a few times. I didn't really appreciate that, but I did leave it up anyway. But he was really upset because that he was trying to get a raise in doing a good job, that he had done a really good job in the school that he was working at, and he felt like he was underappreciated, and the guy he was working with just doesn't enough to get by. Well, I believe we've all been there. We've all experienced that. You may be experiencing that at this very moment where you work. But the thing about it is that we all still should have the mentality and thinking about, we are to work together and be a team player in what we're doing. I've worked in situations to where I didn't have the people that I felt like was, on my team that would, have my back, and I had their back, and we worked together and to be successful in what we were doing in our job, to be able to do the quality work that's expected of us, or that we should be doing, that we should set for ourselves. But when you have those people that are not doing that job, it's very hard to keep that positive attitude in that team player mode. Now, being a team player, not only that I think of, and this bounces off last week's video a whole lot, is that, the people that you work with are not custodians, but the people that you work with altogether in general, is that, I always try to have that attitude to try to help other people if I possibly can in what they're doing. If I see a maintenance guy, even though that, custodian and maintenance kind of run together, but if I see a maintenance guy that is doing a little something and he's in one of my buildings, or if I see IT unloading some computers or something like that, you get out there and help them if you've got time. And you may say, well, that's not my job. Well, it may not technically be your job. But if you're a team player, respect is earned in you. You may say, well, if I start doing that, I'll be doing it from now on. Well, that might be the case in some cases. There's some things that you do not want to start doing that, is not technically your job. But there again, if you will pitch in and, help some people, whether they do anything in return or not, if you go into that and say, hey, if I do this for you, maybe, you could do this for me. That's not really the mindset of being a team player. That is trying to gain something for yourself. That being a team player just puts you in a team mind, or puts you in a mindset that, I'm not here just for myself. I'm also here for other people. So that goes, a long ways with other people, and that goes a long way for yourself also. And so anyway, that being said, I recently applied for 2 positions here at work. And I didn't even get an interview on those jobs, and it aggravated me for about, a few minutes, a couple hours maybe. But then, I realized something, that may not be the position that, I needed. I may not be ready for that position yet. At my age, I've only got about anywhere from 6 to 10 more years I'm going to do this kind of work. My time to move in one of those positions is kind of running thin on my end, and I've always kind of wanted to be a lead or a supervisor for a very long time, and I feel like that I have prepared for that. But I realize now that I kind of underestimated myself and undershot myself on my application. I have some experience in a lot of areas that I did not put on my resume because I haven't been paid for those positions before, and I just didn't think that might not, that was important. And I kind of shot myself in the foot on that. So, the people that has been here that got to move up into those positions, they have been here longer. And this is the way I feel about that is, they deserve those positions if they have been here longer and they have earned those spots. And I haven't been here as long as they have. Will my time come for that? Well, possibly. But here's the thing about it. I could say I didn't get the interview. And I could be bitter about that. And I could let that, sit on my shoulders, and I could, be around here for the next 6 to 10 years with that bitter attitude of, well, I didn't get that. I didn't get my opportunity. I didn't get that chance. And from my previous employer, I had thought I was going to get a chance at that, been a lead custodian several years ago, and I didn't get that. And it did make me bitter for a lot of years. And I got to the point to where I didn't even like to go to my job. And I felt like that I had been, cut because of leading people and not getting paid to lead people during that time. And the only reason I did that was because I was hoping I would get recognized and one day be able to move up to a leadman position, but it never did happen. And, when that opportunity kind of rode around again where I am now, to possibly move up to something else. And, I kind of had a flashback of that. And I thought, okay, what are you going to do with this? Because these people you work with, they're not the enemy. And I could let that make me bitter and hard like it had once before. But I choose not to do that. I choose to continue to work with the ethic that I have set for myself. I continue to work toward the goal of the always maybe one of these days I'm going to get that opportunity. If it hasn't done anything else, if it helps me grow as a person, if it helps me to better myself as a person, if I let it grow me as a person and I let it grow me in my attitude and different things like that, if it helps me to be, a better employee or whatever that may be, I want to do what I can do to be a team player for the people that I work with and the people that I work for. So just kind of wanted to share that opportunity or share that thought with you that, are you a team player? Or are you treating the people, or you're letting the people affect you in such a way that it's making you bitter, or maybe that you feel like they're the enemy? Because here is the thing. Here is the thing right here. The people that are not doing the job, that are not being team players, you've got to really set your mind that you're not going to allow that to affect you in who you are as a person. And I've said this in other videos before, but I just kind of want to re-emphasize this right here. The areas that you are assigned to, you do what you're supposed to do in those areas, and you go home at night knowing that you did what you were supposed to do, and don't worry about the naysayers and everything else that goes wrong. If you've made it this far in this video, if you hit that like and that subscribe button, that bell notification button, that way you know when I post new videos. So go out there and be a team player. Have a great day.